So the question I get asked the most, obviously, is, so what's the market like? Because it used to be, people used to know. And, you'd listen to the news and you kind of knew the market was good or bad. And now everybody's just in a state of confusion, much like we are. So I'm not going to say it's a bad market, because there are still buyers out there. Unfortunately, they're all looking for deals. And they can, because our sales are down 50% from last year. And our inventory has doubled. So when you have those two things meeting, it's not a beautiful thing. Not when it comes to real estate. With us, it's all supply and demand. When our supply is up and our demand is down, it leads to softening prices. So I had a conversation the other day with someone, and I said, well, if you want to sell, you're going to have to be the best priced one on the market. So we used to base our comparables, on solds, and unfortunately we can't do that anymore, because last year's market was kind of a unique unicorn, and we can't price according to it. We do try to use 2016 as a guide. However, it's best to just kind of, your best course of action right now would be to kind of just price to where you're going to be most attractive on the market. So you want to be the best priced 4-bedroom, you want to be the best priced bungalow, you want to be the best priced condo. Even the condo market, as great as it was, it's really softened. And again, it's supply, because there's so much more supply that's come into the system, and that's not going to change anytime soon. There's people building right, left, and center. The Pratt's got a bunch of new locations, so every new condo that comes on the market affects the resale of the ones that are already on there. So my best advice to somebody who's selling their home at this point would be, make sure you're with a reputable realtor that's going to spend some money marketing. When you have a sea of houses, you need to be the one that's sticking out. You need some attention drawn to it, or it's never going to sell, unless you're going to be priced well below everyone else. So you need to be with a realtor that's going to advertise, that's going to market, that's going to open house. Every possible avenue has to be. So I guess our buyers are having their day in court, since they got so beat up last year, and this year is a completely different market, and it's their time to shine, I guess, in some regards. However, if I were a buyer, I'd be getting on this market now, when the inventory is high and the rates are still low, because it's not going to last forever. They can't afford to keep the rates at this price. So if you wait around waiting for softer housing prices, you're going to pay higher interest rates, and you may not get the selection that you have right now. You've kind of got the best of both worlds. You've got low rates and lots of supply. So if I were a buyer, I'd be buying right now. My real estate horoscope, my future. Very tough to predict what's going to happen. If all things stay equal, and as they come out now, the snow will have to disappear at some point. It's not helped us that winter has prolonged itself as long as it has. People are really hard to get into the mindset of spring shopping when they can't get out of their driveways. However, as the weather improves, so will our market. It's a natural thing. I don't think this year will be any different. I think maybe we'll have a longer spring market. I think it might extend into the summer, just given the fact that there are buyers in the system. It's just they've just been kind of shy to come to the table. And with the rates as low as they are, I think at some point they're going to be there. So I don't think it's all gloom and doom. I think at some point, the snow will go and the market will come back. It has been slow in some pockets. I think it's just dependent on where you are and what you're doing. Some people have seen a lot harsher markets than Barrie, Innisfil for one. Aurora, Richmond Hill, Vaughan, much worse than what we've seen in Barrie. And people have seen better things than we've seen. Aurelia, much better than we've seen. Midland, much better than we've seen. They're still getting multiples in Midland, multiple offers just based on price point and people's ability to afford. So I realize that the stress tests have caused a lot of people to kind of shy away. I don't think they're going to impact most people, just given the fact that most of my clients don't normally buy to exactly what the bank will lend them. You know, most people are a little bit more conservative than that. So I think eventually it'll all work itself out. I really do feel like we will still have a spring market, just hasn't really come yet. I think we had a better January than we had April, which is kind of ridiculous, but we had a lot of snow in April. So that's my prediction. I think there will be sunny skies ahead, and I do believe that the market's coming back.
The Peggy Hill team. Real people, real service, and real results. The Peggy Hill team. Keeping it real.